Good morning. The other day we fixed up our roadway up to the Highland cattle. It was pretty muddy and was getting washed out. We got it all fixed up. We got it seeded and we got some rain, so we had to stop. Now we have over an inch of rain coming in the next couple of days. So we need to get this covered with hay so that way it doesn't get washed out. We're going to use hay versus our hydro seeder because I believe in an area like this, the hay does a better job when the rain hits and tries to wash stuff out. It just makes it dissipate better. So yeah, we're gonna go run down and get a hay bale and get this covered up because we don't want all of our hard work and all of our grass seed getting washed out. I've been using the pallet forks on the 574. This is the one that usually has the bale grabber, and I'm gonna need the pallet forks after we're done with the hay bale. So I'm gonna see if we can pick up the hay bale and bring it up here with our pallet forks without dropping it. It's gonna be a challenge, but hopefully it works out because I don't feel like changing out attachments just to put it back on a little bit. So let's see what we can do and see how many times this hay bale falls off. I'm gonna try to drop it and then push it over and stand it up, and then we'll cut it open here, and the stuff that we need above we'll have to kind of like pull off and walk up, because if I drive up there I'm just gonna make a huge mess.
Sounds fun.
Yep. Before we put the hay down, I went out last night and I picked up some organic fertilizer. Let's get the fertilizer down and then we'll cover it with hay. We want to make sure this grass seed germinates quickly and grows good because we don't want any of this road to wash back out on us. This stuff smells terrible. I'm pretty sure it's got chicken manure in it, but it works so good for starting grass seed. So it's worth it. She's dusty.
Hey, that's not what I bought that jar for.
It's what we need it for. Phew. You like the smell of that, don't you? It's got manure in it. I don't care for it, but you do. Yeah, you think that smells good, don't you? You're crazy. All right, let's get this spread up above, and then we'll get some hay put on top of it.
Oh, I'm not going to stand super close. I don't want that flinging on me.
You don't want this flinging on you? No. Why not? Phew.
Tree.
All right, let's open up this hay bale. The worst part is we gotta walk up what we need for hay up above because I don't dare drive the tractor through all the work I did yesterday. If I was thinking, I would have brought one of these up before we started fixing it up.
That would have been a good idea.
But I didn't. Can't think of everything. Brutus, I need to get to that side. He likes it because it's shady. So we have a few hay bales that got kind of wet, even though they were wrapped. And those are the ones we're going to be using. So this is the first time I ever got wrapped plastic hay bales, and I learned a valuable lesson. You don't want to stack them like you do that hay that's like been wrapped by netting like we have down below. You stack those lying the other way, so when the rain hits it, it sheds off. That's how I had these stacked. I had it so it was like this and not this way, the other way. So thinking the rain's gonna go on and wash off. And what I learned is no, you want to stack them this way because the bottom and the top have double the amount of plastic as the sides. So the water won't get in it if you do it this way. But if you do it the way I had it, it can still get in. I would not have thought that. Now I know. All right, here comes the fun, not so fun part. But it needs to get done.
I mean, you're gonna get some exercise.
We'll start down here so that way when we're walking over it, we're not gonna be making mud tracks. Because when you're walking on the hay, it makes it a lot easier to walk on. The good thing about the hay being a little wet, we don't gotta worry about it blowing away on us. I'm thinking with all the ditching I did up here, this shouldn't get as muddy because most of the water as it's coming down should start going off that way and not just all down here. So it'll take time for this to dry out. But once that dries out, I think we should be in good shape. If we had a few more days like this, it'd be really nice. Maybe the rain will miss us this weekend. Brutus said he needed some water. Want some water? That's looking nice. We got about 3/4 of it covered. I don't even think we've used half of a bale, maybe half. So I'll say we'll use half of it to get up there, then we'll have the rest to go down this way. That'll be perfect. The areas inside the Silvo pasture where we hay bombed, there's just areas like this that are just growing up really good grass. I can't wait to see how it does this summer. But I mean, anywhere there was a bale of hay, it looks like that over here, all down there. So it'll be cool to see how good this grass grows up. It's just like a chia pet. Look at all that grass.
You can bring it inside and give it a haircut.
Right.
Don't.
Look at all the roots though, growing right through it. That's very encouraging to see. Another interesting point is all of the poop out here from the Highland and the Highland crosses are doing this. I've never seen the manure from our Jerseys look like this. It'd be interesting to figure out why their manure does it and the Jerseys does not. Almost done. All right, we got this area done. It looks good. We got a bunch of rain coming in. Let me see what they're calling for amounts now. So they're showing the rain starting tonight, like 1/10 of an inch, tomorrow 1/2 inch, the next day almost 4/10, and then 1/10, We got like the rain all the following week. Man, we got a lot of rain coming. It's low percentages. After the next 4 days, it drops off to low percentages, so hopefully we don't get all that rain. It'd be nice if it dries out a bit and we get some sun like it is right now, and this grass can start growing.
Wow.
They're looking for you.
Looking for you.
Uh-oh.
You better watch
Brutus,
out.
we better take off. They're coming for us.
Oh, you're so handsome. Are you so handsome?
I'm gonna go ahead quickly and just fertilize this section right here, and then we'll get this covered with hay.
Maybe you can just roll it.
Roll it.
You're gonna go. Can't be in front of it.
We're getting close, and I think we'll have enough, which is even better.
For sure. I think we have plenty.
We'll make it work either way.
This is coming out so good. It looks so pretty. And yes, we're going to drive on it. Probably going to mess it up a little bit driving on it, but that's what it's for. But at least it won't be a big mud hole, and then grass will come up. And the way we've done all of our other areas, we just kind of like have grassy trails, and then they can be mowed and they're nice, and then the mud doesn't happen as much. And this has just been our path to get up to Secret Garden and up to the cows. And I really love having the cows up there because it just makes the Secret Garden area so much better to be able to see them when I'm up there. I mean, they're not always right there all the time, but it's just so nice and pretty.
Well, it looks good, and it feels good to have that done.
It feels so good to have it done. We got a little sweaty, not too bad. It looks good. We're gonna drive on it, pack it in, get some real good grass growing on it maybe.
Right. I don't know if you're like me, but you start a project, you get going, and you get it finished up, and then you never have a place to put your equipment, so you just kind of leave some stuff thrown around here and there. When we were building the house, we were using this area as a staging area for all of our equipment and our buckets, and I think we got the flail mower delivered on that, and I unboxed it, built it there, and then I never picked up the pallet and the metal part from it. This bucket I damaged. I got a new bucket, and I just left that one there, and it's definitely becoming an eyesore. So today we gotta clean this up. I already cleaned up some of it, just organized it. I had a snow groomer over here that got picked up and is behind the workshop. I have my auger that goes on the excavator, which I'll have to get a different attachment for. That attachment was to go on a Bobcat excavator, so I'll have to get it to go on the XCMG. But yeah, I just want to clean up this area because it looks terrible. And when we started using it, this is the only area we had for staging our equipment and handling stuff. But now we have the workshop, we have the barn, and I've just never made time to pick it up. Today we need to. I have a few minutes because I'm waiting for a phone call from the post office to find out if the chicks are coming this afternoon or in the morning. So let's get some of this picked up while we wait. So the bucket is full of a bunch of small rocks, and then we'll have to come back up and get the big rocks. We got 4 good-sized rocks. We gotta get out of here. And the wasps are all around this bucket. So I'm not quite sure where their nest is, but I'm assuming there's a nest over here. right, hopefully we don't get stung. So I'm not sure where that nest was. Our finished compost pile is getting pretty wide and narrow. I need to restack it so it's not taking up so much room. So yeah, another project to do to just clean up this area. That looks a lot better. That'll fit under the top so much nicer. All right, I just got this area all cleaned up. I have some extra topsoil up there. I just kind of pushed it up and left it up there. I'm gonna leave that up there for now. I'll get this seeded and hopefully get some hay down before it rains. And then that will be like a berm. So when we do get a lot of rain, because I know we're going to, it's not gonna let the water rush down. That's my hope. We'll see what happens. Well, our meat birds showed up. Let's get them in the brooder.
No, Brutus. Nope. Yeah.
So we get Cornish crosses from McMurray Hatchery for our meat birds. We have 75 jumbo Cornish crosses that we ordered, and they gave us 3 extras. And I'm seeing 1 so far that looks like it got squashed, 2 that got squashed in the mail. Bunch of tiny little cotton balls. They are loud. We can hear Forrest mowing to get in here. So a couple of them seem a little sluggish maybe. For some reason it took the post office an extra day to get them to us this time. So I think that is the issue with a couple of them. Most of them look really well, but there's a couple of them that kind of like meh. But I think it's just because they spent an extra day in the box and the post office didn't get them to us soon enough.
So we also have an extra lock on the door, so it's going to be latched and locked with another latch so that Brutus or the cats can't get in here. We moved the other layer hens or layer chicks into the other coop because they're bigger, they're all feathered out, and they don't need the heat light. My sister has some other ones in the incubator, and she said there's pretty good rate of how many chicks that we should get. So we should be soon, a couple weeks, having more chicks to add to the layer hens.
So there's some that are very active. There's some that are under the heat light. Then there's a couple that are just kind of like meh. But I've been seeing a bunch of them eat, drink, running around. So I think the majority of them are going to be good. We might have 1 or 2, 3 or 4 that don't make it over the next 24 hours.
Yeah, there's some that are like, look at those guys. They're all just running around.
You hear the meat birds? They're not for you, mister. So we'll keep an eye on the chicks, see how they are doing. I got this area all cleaned up. I got grass seed and fertilizer put down, and then it started raining. And we got, I don't know how much rain overnight. I'm gonna say 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. We got some decent puddles, but nothing washed out. We're supposed to be getting a 1/2 inch of rain today, and then like another inch over the next 2 days. So we don't want all of our work that we just did getting washed away. So we gotta go down below, put the hay bale grabber back on, and then bring up some hay. Well, that changed quickly. They were calling for a ½ inch of rain today. I just took my phone out, checked the weather app because it's clouding up pretty good. I wanted to see when the rain's coming in. It's coming in shortly. And now they're calling for an inch of rain. Now we really need to make sure we get this hay spread on this area before that comes in. We've been trying to do a really good job with covering everything with hay this year. And so far we've been able to stay on top of it. This is the last little area. And I guess down below by the hydrant, but that's kind of flat. So if we don't get to that area, that's not as critical as this area. That needs to get covered at some point. I just don't know if it's gonna happen today before the rain. Bale looks nice and dry. Some of these bales are nice, some of them not so nice. All right, the rain's starting now, so let's get this covered. You liking that hay, Hope? Well, Hope and the chickens are loving that we mulched that area. The chickens are going around helping to spread it out. A bunch of chicken manure already over there, so that's a bonus. Hope and Daisy, they'll leave some little raisinets behind, so it's all good. Well, we got it done just in time. Oh, we just had a big storm come in. We got about a ½ inch of rain so far. That was about in 10 minutes, so just coming out here to check to see how everything is doing. I'd say all in all, it's looking pretty good considering how much rain we just got in such a short amount of time. Come back out and look at it once the rain's all done. I wanted to give you guys an update on the chicks. It's been about 24 hours. I only lost, unfortunately, about 30 of them. I think what the issue was is it took an extra day in shipping to get them here. I'm not sure what happened, but they sat in southern New Hampshire for a whole day before we got them. It normally doesn't take us 3 days to get our chicks. We usually get them in 2 days. So they were kind of lethargic when we got them. And then like the ones that we noticed that were like that, they didn't pull through. So unfortunately, we have probably like 44, 45 right now out of what we started with. It's kind of hard to count, but the ones that we do have left are doing awesome. So I'm thinking that's what happened too with our egg layers. When we got our egg layers this year, it took 3 days to get our egg layer chicks instead of 2. And kind of the same thing, like they just dropping like that. So it's a bummer, disappointment, but all of the ones we have left now are nice and healthy. So that is a good thing. And we're looking forward to raising these meat birds to feed us. So when you lose 30 of them, that's like your winter males. It kind of hurts, but if you're gonna lose some chicks, I'd rather lose them in the beginning because you don't have all the feed into them, versus if you lose them later on, you've got a bunch of organic feed into them and it adds up pretty quick. So yeah, we'll be on the lookout and trying to find some more meat bird chicks to get this year. This year, they're very popular and they're hard to get, so we'll see what happens. Let's go on up and I'll give you guys an update on the road with all the rain we got. So we got over an inch of rain and it's doing pretty good. No big washouts or ruts, and that's what we were hoping for with the hay. So it did its job. We're just trying to stay off of all of it right now. I put a bale of hay out for the cows, knowing that we were going to be getting this rain. So I'm like, you know what, let's get it out before the big rain comes. So I did. I was able to get a hay bale up there done and out for them. So hopefully we can stay off this for a while so it dries out some. But yeah, feels good to have this done, and it's nice to see our work not washing away. So this is where we're going to end this video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video.